Thanks everybody for joining us today. It's a pleasure to finally have you all here. This program is the result of months and months of collaboration, remote collaboration across 6 different universities. It's a pleasure to finally have you all here in the same place and to kick us off with this exciting project, redefinition of a visual language for the European identities. For the first segment of today's session, I will invite all the members of the faculties of the different universities to briefly introduce themselves so we can start putting faces next to our names and we can allow our student participants to start familiarizing with our faces. For the first part of this session, we will introduce all of our different universities, and then in the second half of the session, we will start delivering the seminars that all the members of the faculties have very kindly suggested. We will, hold on, we have some more people joining. Okay, so throughout the online phase, which is going to be developed across today, Wednesday, and Friday, we will start building the theoretical tools that we will be using for our design phase. That will happen mostly in person in June, but we're also going to have some design elements already in the online phase. So without further ado, I will pass the mic to Cinzia Ferrara, who's been the promoter of this program for the initial introduction. And then we're going to do it popcorn style, just volunteering to do some self-introduction across all the different partners university. Cinzia, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Elia, do you think to start with a little presentation about BIP or with a self presentation?
No, just your
Okay.
introduction. Yeah.
Okay. I'm Cinzia Ferrara. I'm associate professor and coordinator of Master in Design in the University of Palermo. This project BIP is a little dream that I realized thanks to everybody to help me and to collaborate to this project. I have a big and really important team with Elia, first of all, but also other people, researchers and PhD students that collaborate with me. And without them, I cannot, I can also imagine, but I cannot realize anything. So thank you very much to all of them. Some students, many students are from the masters, and they will participate to our BIP in the 2 weeks. The name of the person of my team are Elia Maniscalco, you know very well, and Marcello Costa, that is a researcher, and then Cristina Accardi, PhD student, Francesca Ciulla, PhD student, and also Federica Lucido, that I hope she will be a future PhD student. And then there are, I think, 12 or 14 students from the master. But I think we could know them during the week. Okay, is everything.
Thank you, Cinzia. Anybody who wants to volunteer to go next? I have Rodrigo next, right next to Cinzia. So maybe Rodrigo, do you want to go next?
Well, just to say hello to everyone. Happy to accomplish this dream, Cinzia, to accompanying you in this workshop this week. So I would like to give the pass the turn to the team of UC Chile. Is our director of the school here, Patricia Mans.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much, Cynthia and Elia and Rodrigo, for this initiative, and also the idea of welcoming us, a School of Design in Chile, for this workshop. So thank you very much for both of you and for this invitation for the BIP program. So it's a real pleasure for us to be part of this. I also want to thank our students and our professors, Alejandra and Javier, who are participating as these workshops as presenters. So thank you very much for both of you. I'm seeing you on the screen at this time. And I really wish this workshop to be a success. And one of the initial initiatives to be some arrangement between your school and our school. So I think this is the point of start in this relationship with you, Cynthia and Elea, to this idea of being part of this program. So thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to be part of it.
Alejandra, do you want to?
Buonasera a tutti, io sono Alejandra Amenábar from Chile. I'm very happy to participate here in this workshop, be part of this dream. I hope we can have a very nice week and know better each other. That's all. We will start chatting in the rest of the afternoon. So, Javier, I don't know if you want to say hello to everyone.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Javier Carrasco. I am a graphic designer. I currently teach at the UC Chile School of Design. My fields of interest include this, social design and printed ephemera. This is all from here to start.
Alejandra Carbone.
Hi, I'm very happy to be part of this activity. My name is Alejandra Carbone. I'm full professor for typography in the graphic design program in the University of Buenos Aires. On this occasion, I'm joining with colleagues and students. Thank you very much. I would like to hear about NASA, maybe MUCA or Guadalupe.
Yes, hello. My name is Nazareno. I've been working alongside Alejandra Carbone for many years now at the University of Buenos Aires. I am also a graphic designer and really happy to be here. So thank you all.
Hi, I don't know if I'm heard okay. I'm Muka. Do you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear.
Great. So I'm Muka. I also teach with Alejandra in her team at graphic design in the University of Buenos Aires. I'm a graphic designer, but I'm also a type designer. So I look forward to seeing this workshop develop and see how we can interact and share our knowledge across many universities.
Thank you very much. We can continue with Martin. Do you want to present your?
Of course, I want to contribute to make your dreams alive. And that's a nice family to make a dream come through. And it's a fantastic motivation, I must say. To fulfill the one mission is the one thing, but to make Cinzia happy is the other thing, and sleeping well and dreaming good. I have the pleasure to be part of Triple ID. Also, Cinzia and Rodrigo know this association for a long, long time. It's the International Institute for Information Design. We had the pleasure also to welcome your class from Palermo in Vienna for a week. And whatever we can contribute in the long history of Otto Neurath, isotype, and all the understanding of information design and symbols in public life, public transports, and basic understanding, we are happy to do that. And I only can say I look very much forward to this project and to see the results coming out. Really exciting and really curious, and fantastic initiative. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Martin. And Magdalena, do you want to present yourself?
Hello, everyone. Yes, do you hear me? I'm very happy we can join with this program. We join with Beata Liedtke, diploma graphic designer, and I'm very happy. And we are with 5 students, and it is a pleasure too. And I'm very happy to see you again, and to see another designing and graphic design friend. Thank you very much. And I can say I'm from Sopot University of Applied Science and Department Architecture and Design. And we are directly design, like industrial design, but we have also graphics design elements in our university. Thank you.
Thank you, Magdalena. And I have sent a message to Eva because I don't, there isn't. But please, Daniele, would you like to present yourself and your university?
Hello, sure. Daniele Savasta, I'm from Izmir University of Economics, the Faculty of Art and Design, Visual Communication Design. I am an interaction designer, so I mostly work on digital things. I'm here in the newly open Oops. I think I lost you exactly while I was speaking. I don't know where the connection got lost, but yes, I was saying that I'm super happy to participate in the project, and yes, I will try to contribute as possible. Happy to be here.
Thank you very much, Daniele. And I don't see Eva.
I think we don't have Eva nor Maria Milano. So as soon as they join us, we can give them space to introduce themselves. In the meanwhile, I would take Patricia's advice and request for everybody to turn on their camera so we can have an official kickoff picture for the session before we move to the next segment of the session. Please, everybody, if you could turn on your camera so we can take a screenshot. Thanks, everybody.
Like a smile from everybody and we take the picture, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
All done. Sorry. Okay. Here we are.
Very good. I got the pictures, Alaya.
Thanks a lot. All right. Okay, so now that we have all introduced each other from a faculty perspective, I would invite all of the student participants to share a brief intro in the chat box. Just a couple of words just to tell us who you are, what's your name, where you're from, and what you expect from this program, blended program. And while you do that, I will hand it over back to Cinzia, who will just guide us through an introduction on the program, why we're here, what is the core topic, and what has brought us together. Cinzia, over to you.
Okay. Schermo intero. Only one minute to organize. Okay. Can you see my?
Not yet.
No. Okay. I have a problem with the privacy. Okay, excuse me. Only 1 minute. Okay. And now you can see? No?
Not yet. No. Now we can. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Excuse me for the little late with some problem. This is the title of our project, Building a Visual Alphabet for the European Value. But first of all, welcome, bienvenido, benvindo, hosgeldin, willkommen, vitami. For all of you. And as I say before, it's impossible to realize a project like this without the collaboration and the possibility to involve people who come from different countries, who speak different language, who belong to different cultures. Quindi, so for us, it's really important to can do it together. What? Building a visual alphabet for the European value. This is the text I have used for the presentation of the project. This blended intensive program proposes an interdisciplinary pathway to explore and visually translate the 6 values envisioned in the Charter of Fundamental Rights of the European Union. These are the words we have chosen: dignity, excuse me, okay. How? Transforming invisible values in visible signs. These are the words we have chosen to work with: dignity, freedom, equality, solidarity, citizenship, justice. These are from European values, but we can consider these values as global values. Why? This is an image that represents what we have seen in these last years. And I think for all of us, it's really hard to observe and to cannot do anything. Why this project? Countering barbarism and giving a sign of resistance. This is another image from Gaza, destroyed Gaza. In a historical moment marked by conflict and polarization, the program recenters European citizenship through a creative participatory process that engages students, academics, and professionals across countries and disciplines. This is another image, always from Gaza, but what represents the destructive power of the war. It's the same in every part of the world, and the pains and the suffers that this provocate is the same in every part of the world. Its ultimate goal is to create a visual alphabet for the European values, a coherent system of pictograms, color palettes, patterns, and communication artifacts usable in educational, civic, and institutional context to strengthen belonging and cultural cohesion. And I think to start from Manifesto di Ventotene, that was a manifesto written by Italian politicians, and this is in Italian, but we can translate it and to send you this simple and point about Europe, democracy, economy, and peace. The short description of this Manifesto di Ventotene, that the title is For a Free and United Europe, when the Europe was only a dream, is one of the founding texts of European integration, written by Altiero Spinelli and Ernesto Rossi during the fascist exile. It proposed a European federation based on peace and freedom, transcending nation states to prevent future conflicts. And now there is a little, a short video that describes the Manifesto of Ventotene. Francesca, please, could you share it?
Yes, sure. I'm going to share my screen.
It is only 7 minutes, but it's
okay.
Useful to understand which are our roots, common roots.
We now vote on the resolution as a whole by roll call. I open the vote. In 2022, MEPs voted on a resolution on the revision of EU treaties inspired by citizens' ideas. And it is adopted. MEPs of the Spinelli Group had been advocating for this for a long time, following in the footsteps of Altiero Spinelli and his Manifesto di...
Sorry, you can see my screen.
No, only the voice.
Okay, sorry. we start again. And now you can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
We now vote on the resolution as a whole by roll call. I open the vote. In 2022, MEPs voted on a resolution on the revision of EU treaties inspired by citizens' ideas. And it is adopted. MEPs of the Spinelli Group had been advocating for this for a long time, following in the footsteps of Altiero Spinelli and his Manifesto di Ventotene. Spinelli was an Italian politician and journalist. When he was 17 years old, he joined the Communist Party, for which he was placed under house arrest by the Italian fascist regime on the island of Ventotene between 1927 and 1943. From here, Spinelli, with the help of Ernesto Rossi, Eugenio Colorni, Ursula Hirschman, and Ada Rossi, drafted a document known as Il Manifesto di Ventotene. In times of war, the manifesto advocated for a federal Europe to overcome conflicts between nation-states. Ursula Hirschman and Ada Rossi brought the manifesto to the continent, transcribed on cigarette papers hidden in pillowcases. Once smuggled to the mainland, the women edited, distributed, and translated the text. After his release in 1943, Altiero Spinelli was involved in founding the Italian Movimento Federalista Europeo and took part in the 1948 Congress of Europe. Throughout the 1950s and 60s, he was a leading activist involved with the 1954 European Political Community Initiative and the Congress of the European People Movement to create a European federal constitution. Spinelli was elected to the European Parliament in 1979. Together with a cross-party group of MEPs, the Crocodile Club, named after the restaurant in Strasbourg where they met, he worked to build a federal Europe strongly connected to its citizens. In the early 1980s, Spinelli, as rapporteur of the newly established Committee on Institutional Affairs, drew up a draft treaty establishing a European Union.
Und Subsidiarität hat etwas damit zu tun. Mit Spinelli konnte man nur ein gutes Verhältnis haben. Nein, er war ja ein fantastischer Mensch und auch in der Art, wie er redete. Also das war schon beeindruckend. Auch mich beeindruckend.
Vous connaissez tous le petit roman de Hemingway où il parle d'un vieux pêcheur qui pêche le plus grand poisson de sa vie.
Das war eine tolle Rede und er sah so auch, der Spinelli mit kahlem Kopf und eisgrauem Bart und so weiter. Also er sah selber aus wie der alte Mann.
Monsieur le Président, le Parlement, par le vote qu'il va donner dans quelques minutes, aura pris le plus grand poisson de sa vie. Et il doit le porter encore dans le port. Mais faisons bien attention, parce que des requins seront à tout moment là pour tâcher de le dévorer. Tâchons de ne pas arriver seulement avec une arête.
The draft treaty, also known as the Spinelli Plan, introduced fundamental concepts for the Union, from codecision to the principle of subsidiarity, the establishment of the single market and European Union citizenship.
Les affaires d'intérêt commun ne peuvent être valablement gérées que par un pouvoir véritablement commun.
The treaty was adopted by the European Parliament in 1984. The draft treaty provided a basis for the Single European Act of 1986 and for the Maastricht Treaty of 1992, forming the European Union.
We have an agreement that also the next period, the legislative side.
We are here in the European Parliament. If there is today European Parliament with the full powers as we have today, it's because of Altiero Spinelli, because he was the first to come forward with the idea that a European Union is good, but the European Union without a parliamentary democracy elected by the people is nothing at all.
Altiero Spinelli died on the 23rd of May, 1986, but his legacy and vision are still being carried forward at the European Parliament. Inspired by the spirit of Ventotene, the Spinelli Group was created in 2010.
The purpose of the Spinelli Group is to continue the legacy of Altiero Spinelli. Altiero Spinelli believed that a peaceful future for this continent is only possible with a federalist European Union.
In 2022, the proposal of a manifesto for a federal Europe, sovereign, social, and ecological, was born, a year after the 80th anniversary of the Ventotene Manifesto.
The world has changed, so there was a need to have a new manifesto based on the same ideas, the same spirit as the spirit that you can find by Altiero Spinelli in the original manifesto of Ventotene. And that became the new manifesto.
Together, 23 drafters and 60 supporters set proposals inspired by the original manifesto for today's Europe. After its first presentation in March 2022, MEPs and Federalist activists discussed the manifesto on the island of Ventotene in August 2022. Following the 2022 resolution on treaty reform, the group has worked to bring a file through the European Parliament with measures designed to make the Union able to act faster and be closer to citizens, ready for the challenges of today and of tomorrow, from climate change to the protection of fundamental rights. In 2021, one of the few remaining original copies of the Ventotene Manifesto was restored by the Historical Archives of the European Union. Ensuring the long-term preservation of this historically significant document of European federalism, the manifesto is kept here in Florence. The Archives of the European Parliament now keeps the modern proposal for a manifesto. Through this, the living memory of Spinelli and the history and making of European federalism will be preserved for future generations.
This is the first president of the European Parliament, Simone Veil, in 1979. And this is a map that represents how the dimension of the territory of Europe is increasing in different years. And finally, I would like to end this very short presentation with another wish. I hope that together we can allow our small global flotilla of words and signs to set sail. Thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you, Cinzia, for the introduction. While you were presenting, Maria Milano and Eva actually joined us, so I would give them the mic, the floor to introduce themselves. When we started, every person in the faculty from the different parts of the university just introduced themselves. So Maria, if you want to just say hi, come off mic and introduce yourself for the rest of the audience, that would be amazing. And same goes for Eva.
Thank you, Elias. I'm Maria Milano. Hello, everybody. I'm from Portugal, from ESAD. I'm very happy to stay here with you. Sorry for my late. And I hope with this workshop and with this group, maybe develop a little reflection about the values of the Europe in this moment, because we need reforce, and is a subject very, very important in these days, in this time. I don't know what do you want that I explain something more about the school, or in another occasion? I don't know. What do you expect
It's
from
just a
me?
way to introduce yourself and your university so that our
Yes,
student
I am.
participant can start attaching.
Okay, I am the director of the interior department of the Magistrale Master of Interior Design, and I founded the interior course in the interior course at ESAD from 25 years ago. We work in many directions, but the fil rouge of my course and the INESAD for the other courses are very practice in design. We try join together, or many times, the theoretical part and the practical part. In my course, I promote each year a short workshop when the student build a very light structure in wood. I promote the use of the laboratory to reuse furniture, and I work I work many about the reusing furniture, and after the normal project of interior design, like hotels and reuse of buildings or old buildings. But the general purpose of my course is find a way to become the planet a little more easy for a good habitat. And when I approach the reuse of the building, for instance, I try use the principle of parsimony. In English, I don't know how it is, but using the minimum of demolition, minimum of material to transform the building for a new use, a new function. My school is a school design school. We have many specialization. Interior is one of these specialization, but we have a product, we have communication and graphic design, multimedia, and fashion design. Yes, our approach in all courses is very related with the art to do, the laboratorial part, and we work many times in our laboratory. We build, we use materials, and we think a little about the thing that we do. We try joint theoretical part and practice part, like our philosophy.
Thank you so much. Eva, would you like to introduce yourself and your university? I think you're on mute. Sorry, we can't hear you.
So sorry for my delay. We have the final thesis proposals review today, and this caused my my delay, my absence. Sorry for that. Jan will join us around 5. Me, Ewa Satalecka, plus Dr. Jan Piechota and engineer Marcin Wichrowski are going to work together with you as the representatives of Polish-Japanese Academy of Information Technologies in Warsaw. We are part of multimedia design department, and I am a head of this program. The school is located in Warsaw and is kind of the monument of collaboration of the Japanese and Polish people for changes and for introduction of the democracy in our country. So I will tell more when we present. We are very happy working in this school. We have very nice organized international partnership, and I am here thanks of one of this partnership between schools connected with Rudy Bohr and Civic City. They initiated a program School of Not Knowing, Scuola del Non Sapere. And Cinzia was so kind. She met me in Palermo a few years ago, presenting your university and your input to the project. So somehow this is the continuation of our meeting in that it wouldn't happen if we would not be part of European Union, which was visible on the map. We weren't on the early beginning. We just become partner in result of the inclusive European politics, which was very good for our country and somehow protective. And still is, I hope, because we are living in hard times of the wars everywhere, and instead integrate people started to separate. So I think our project makes sense, although in the context of the European culture, there are not only bright and but also dark sides of the European values instead of international politics in 19th and 20th century. So perhaps we will also talk about that. Anyway, I am very happy we will work together.
Thank you for your introduction. I'm sure that our dialogue will allow this, shadows also to emerge. I mean, it's not also to understand the world around us. And spoiler, Rudy Bao will actually join us on Wednesday to deliver a short presentation as well. So, since you mentioned him, and he had such an important role in connecting some of the people who were responsible for the creation of this moment together. It was a good moment to introduce it. We are slightly ahead of schedule, so Eva, would you be able to deliver your seminar already, or are we still waiting for Dr. Ian and
I would
let me
love
check
to wait for Jan because we were appointed at 5 p.m. He's still in the classroom. However, I will go
No worries,
downstairs
we can.
and find out if it is possible and if he is ready. If he is, we will start earlier, okay? Because I have like 5 minutes and the rest of the presentation is his.
Don't worry, don't worry. Let's leave it at 5. We will just shuffle around the rest of the day. We had scheduled a first design activity to be started at the end of the day, but we can just bring it back to the first half, and then we can continue with the schedule theme as planned. So in a moment, we will open the breakout rooms for the first time. I'm going to share the instructions for this initial activity in the chat box. The idea is for all the groups that will continue working together all the way down to the end of the program to have them start working on the very roots of the values we want to represent. That is to say, the etymological roots of the 6 keywords that we have identified as the foundational values for the European identity. You will see in the chat box which room you've been assigned to and which word you should be working on. Ideally, we would like every group to spend some time researching the etymological roots of that word, then brainstorm together concepts and images that come to your mind when you think about that specific value and that specific etymological root. And then for every group to put together a little mood board to visualize one of these concepts and one of these images that comes to your mind. More detailed instructions are in the chat box. Just let me pass them there.
And excuse me, Elia, etymological research about the work, and also we suggest to prepare a list of keywords linked to the value, to the European value, so they can this can help the construction, the building of a mood board. I think that inside the group it's impossible to realize this work today, but they can start about this and then continue during these days, and so it will be fantastic if we can complete this first phase in this week.
Absolutely. Thank you, Cinzia, for the specification. So these are the keywords and the rooms that we'll be working on each one of them. And then following to that, we have some more detailed instructions about the specific task and a suggested workflow for you to stay on top of your allocated time. We're going to spend, what time is it? So roughly 30 minutes in the breakout rooms, and then we will come back here, and every team will screen share quickly their mood boards and just walk us through in a couple of sentences their line of reasoning. I will be opening the breakout rooms now. The instructions will be available in the chat box also from the breakout room, so don't go back to them at any time. The breakout rooms have been created to try and achieve a balance between faculty members and student participants, and most of all, participants from different universities. But don't worry if you're not going to be able to meet everybody or people from all the partner universities, because we're going to have more opportunities to continue working together. And then, of course, we will have the in-person segments of the program to continue familiarizing with each other. So again, 30 minutes, around 30 minutes to work on this specific exercise. And I will see you all back in half an hour.
So welcome back again in the main session. So I hope that we've been working well to this first part, collecting, getting ideas about these keywords. So you are invited now to show your results, sharing the screen, so we can follow the order of the room. So we can start, if you want, with the room number 1. And remember the participants, but I'll let you guide this second part of the session. So room number 1, please, if you can share your results.
Nazareno, can I ask you to show our... Yes, okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we were exploring the concept of dignity. We started by talking a little bit about it, but we asked every participant to think about the concept in their own terms, their own language, and how from different experience we can extract some keywords. And here we can see, for example, we were talking about protection, taking care, protect the very basic rights that make us humans, basically. It's about mutual respect, and it doesn't discriminate because of your social status, race, gender, behavior, or beliefs.
Okay, thank you. So your key ideas are here in this white box, correct?
Yes.
So you also collected some images to compose a mood board, or only working only
No,
on
we
mood boards?
didn't get to any image yet.
Okay, perfect. So if that's all, we can go ahead with the room 2, please.
Was in the room 2, and Marta somehow led, and I think they're still working on it. So I don't know, Marta, if you would like to
I can share
yourself, yes,
the
that would be fantastic.
results. Okay. Okay. So we worked basically on what is dignity to us. We have some definitions and like keywords that this is like inherent. It's the worth that we all have when we are born, and it is something that like kind of a freedom because we can stay true to ourselves. We checked how the European Union thinks about like dignity and what the article says about it. I also found some examples of like dignity in art and literature, which is like in Crime and Punishment, which is like Dinner Party, and the last, which is the Delacroix painting that I was working on for now. And that is mostly all of it for now. So yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So room 3, please.
Francesca, we don't hear you.
Yes, now I think you can. So just a moment, because I have to share my screen so you can see our mood board. Just a moment. Can you see my screen?
Okay.
So we had the word freedom. So we find out the etymology of the word means to love. So we find out sorry that I don't know how to say it because it's a little difficult. So I don't know if you want to add something, Eva, about the
Thank you,
etymology.
Marta, with pleasure. We found that in the Proto-European language, Indo-European language, it was like pre, and next it was changed in Old German and Old English to free. So connection between the primal meaning, which was love, with the freedom as the meaning be libero, is very, very strong.
Okay, interesting.
Yes, it's very interesting that the freedom and love are connected.
Throughout the language, German and English language, I understood,
Yes,
right?
I will share what was possible to be found in such short time in on the disk which was prepared for us. Yes.
Sorry?
No, I don't understand.
So I can share the text which was possible to be found on the
Okay.
disk which Ilya prepared for us. What
Okay,
are
okay.
the references?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. And I will also maybe put it into the chat if you wish.
Okay, it comes on the chat.
Eva, we can try also to building like a glossary of or a collection of different definition in different languages, because for example, this is really interesting and can give us the opportunity to enter in the real meaning, the complete and the deep meaning of a word. And this, I think that we need a full immersion of in this word like a sea, and to find some elements, some simple elements to translate after in a shape, in a visual graphic shape.
Sorry.
Don't worry. So Eva, you attached the copy and pasted all these different meanings in the chat. But if I understand you can also store this definition in a shared document because
Yes.
after
Yes, the most of them Francesca collected in the mode board. And then
perfect.
additionally, I can put it onto the disk, which was created by Ilya. Perhaps I need more time if Cinzia wish me to find it in various languages. But maybe it will be a collective effort also to do it, because there are plenty of languages, but I will do the best.
Yes, but as a starting point is perfect.
I think the proto language is good start point, and there is the book about this. We can see later.
Okay, see a long passage throughout love, Freund, and friends, and then Old English freedom, free, plus dom, condition state. Okay, okay. In Polish, wolność. Wolność. Okay, if you are ready, we can go ahead with another room. Okay, now room 4, I think. I missed the count.
Yes, it's room 4.
Okay.
Javier, our turn. We have 2 people left the group, so our group, it was a duo with Sofia from Poland. Can you see the
Yes.
screen? As the other group, the number 3, we have the 3 concepts or words, and we based our presentation or dashboard, excuse me, or mood board in we do some little ethnography or research in Google Images, and we put all those representation of freedom in this slide, so we can see the difference from the searching, right, of the concept, how it is represented graphically, right? So we have a lot of sunsets, and the difference is that when I did the search in English from Chile, right, of the word freedom, I have some motorcycles, right, and sunsets and hands. And in difference with the Polish word wolność, excuse me. So we have sunset, light, sun, hands. That is very similar to the Spanish word libertad, but the difference etymologically, is that when you search for the words libertad, comes from the Latin libertas, which in turn derives from the adjective liber. It means free. So we have another origin of the word.
Okay, just a question. When did you search for different language? You did not in one computer, so in different computer.
Different, right?
Each one different country.
Yes.
Okay, so the results are right. Otherwise, are only translated by Google. So this is the results in.
And I would like to add, Marcello,
Yes.
because and Xavier, there is no present the pigeon made by Picasso in this research, but it was very famous symbol of the freedom and liberty after the Second World War. Also present here I am at the moment in Warsaw on the fragment of the totally deconstructed building by the bomb. So I think the pigeon as a symbol is also very important, maybe forgotten in the context of online publications, which are more related to the individuals and the joyful freedom in the nature. But I think it's important.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Just another question, but you selected only the 3 rows of the results and not a little more rows?
By now it was only raw images with
Yes,
the results.
but only 3 rows. Okay, no, don't worry.
Freedom, wolność, libertad. Yes.
Yes, but are images or only 3 lines of images?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, no more. Okay, thank you.
No more for by now. It was very short
Okay.
time. We
Okay.
have yes.
Okay, thank you. So
Excuse me, Marcello. It's interesting because I cannot think about the possibility to confront a research, an image research like this. It's really interesting, like the possibility to not to share, come si dice confrontare, Marcello? Confront?
compare.
To compare.
Compare.
Not only words inside different definitions in different languages, but also image research like this. It's interesting because this is a common language that we use like words, and it could be interesting also to find the not only to compare the total research, but also to find the difference between, for example, only in English there is a motorcycle that is connected to the freedom of the individual. But in other, like in Spanish, there are compare animals, for example. So it could be, it could open to other reflection only by the observing the images.
Cynthia, do you think it is a good direction? Like, in example, in Polish, wolność is connected with wola, and it means will. So wola is equal to will in English, and wolność is equal to freedom in English. But the base of the Polish word is will.
We can, I think that we can use like a field of knowledge both the words and the images.
Thank you.
Or you can also have design or draw a diagram to connect like nodes or these roots and different meanings. It could be very useful to have a diagram that depicts
Yes.
this kind of connections.
I agree.
Just to visualize this relationship between the different languages. Okay. So next one, thank you.
Thank you.
Next room, maybe room number 5 or 4. Please help. Five. Okay. Who were in room 5?
Hey, Alejandra, will you present
Yeah.
or me?
Yes, because you have a meet, huh?
Okay. I can present it. It's no problem. Hi, everybody. Just a minute.
Take your time.
Okay, here we are. Here's our mood board. We start about searching for the etymology of the word, the definition, and what we know about this concept, and some words, some ideas came to our minds like right, justice, opportunities, and of course, the obvious concept about equality is this idea of balance. But we start speaking about what we think about this concept that it's kind of tricky. And we put this key because it's the idea of to enter in a culture that allows you to work with equality, and therefore there is it's not that it's a kind of stuff that you sit down and receive this equality. You have to work for it. You have to work together, and that's how we put this letter to go up and to work for it. And these letters, the idea of them is to reflect the education, but also the effort that comes from equality. And what else? We have, of course, the colors that is like, it's very common, but we have to represent all the people because a community is not a place where everyone it's the same. It's a place where you can be who you are. And in this idea of colors, we have these pictograms that work together like a puzzle and remind us of this diversity. Alejandra, I don't know if you want to say something to complement.
Yes,
We were a trio.
I think
That
it's
is something that
important to talk about equity different than equality. This is a big difference. And also is equality is a concept that have a lot of concept inside: opportunities, justice, education, also job. This is important in order to consider the women and men and minorities. Is a very complex concept.
So there is the difference between equality and equity. Equality provides everyone with the same resources and opportunities, and equity recognizes specific circumstances because it's the context out there and provide the necessary resources for each person. So it adjusts the resources that you can work with. For what is your reality, where's your context, where you came from, what is your background?
Yes.
Okay, inequity. Sorry, can you zoom in again, please? So inequality, we have same resources and opportunities too. But in equity, we have only, in this definition, only necessary resources, and
yes,
the opportunities are not mentioned. So maybe there is another, I don't know. Reading these two definition, this is another big difference, because equality, resources and opportunities as well are both mentioned. And on the contrary, inequity, only resources are mentioned. Maybe this could be another specific difference between these
Yes,
two
true.
types.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Room 6.
Hello, everyone. I am from the room 6. My concept was also equality. No, I'm sorry. Equality. Exactly. I get a bit confused between equality and equity. So now I'm sharing my screen with you. I don't know if you can see my
Yes.
screen. Okay.
Perfect. Yes.
So our mood board was a bit simple, but my partner came with this I think brilliant concept about equality, and we talk about how every person, independent of their race, sexual orientation, or if it's men or women, have to be, well, it has to be like equal opportunities to and equal access to opportunity, justice, and education. And just like Alejandra said earlier, equality was a bit of a tricky concept to work with, because for us it was like a bit very similar concept to solidarity. And I mean it as like, if you look for equality in images of Google, it looked like a lot of hands and people hugging each other. So it looked very much like solidarity, and we wanted to represent this sense of a balance, for example, and how everyone, and that's why we put like this, like I those like messages right there, like everyone also have to be like the equal opportunity to express their opinion, for example. So that's it.
Okay, thank you. And the figure about the metaphor of the zip that connects everyone. It's also for you connected to the concept of equality.
Yes, exactly. That's also something we wanted to approach, the importance of being connected all with each other.
But when you want, you can also disconnect, moving the zip, moving the cursor.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was joking because yes, if you move the cursor, you can disconnect this meeting between connected people. Okay, thank you so much.
All right. And now the room 7 or 8.
Yes.
Solidarity.
Yeah, I was on room 7 with Francesco. I don't know if he's here too. I made a PDF.
Yeah, I'm still here. Hello.
Oh, hi. Okay, so doesn't let me share my PDF, but it does let me share my Illustrator. So I will share this? Does everybody see? No.
Yes.
Yeah? Great.
Yes.
So it was Francesco and me, and then Carolina joined, but it was mainly a small group work. So we had the word solidarity, and we looked into the origin of the word in different stages of history, let's say. Of course, as many words, it has a Latin origin, which means like this idea of a solid entity, an undivided body. Then it jumps to maybe the 16th century, where it had a more legal approach to the word, meaning liability, but joint liability, and a more modern meaning, which connected the word to the labor movement, in the early 19th century. So from this, we took these three concepts: undivided body, shared responsibility, and mutual support. And we looked for images that, came to our mind when we thought about these three concepts. The first one was this idea of an undivided body. So we looked into the cell structure, which is something that it's made of a lot of parts, but it's also one thing that constructs something else bigger and holds, this idea of something solid, but also permeable. Then this idea of shared responsibility. So maybe Francesco, you want to say something about this image?
Yeah, the point is that the thing is that responsibility is something that you hold to somebody else. So to make an old society based on responsibility, we thought that the best idea was to make it out of a puzzle. So everybody is a piece in this old structure, which we call society. And I thought that this example would represent this concept in the best way possible, at least for my ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, like a small part making a bigger picture.
Yeah.
And then we had this idea of mutual support, and we were thinking about a chain, but in a good way, not in a bad way. And then we came up with this idea of holding hands, which also, if you want to say something about it, good.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, I think the image of the chain, we could see it as in a negative way, of course, because in many places all around the world, it has this symbolism. But the things of mutual support is that we need to support each other. And as I said before, in this whole structure that we call society, every one of us is a little ring in this old chain that we try and keep together. And so the image of
and if one link breaks, then the whole thing just
all things falls apart.
Disappears.
And this all ring connecting towards each other is pretty similar to us holding hands, which is in fact like a pretty positive symbolism actually. So
creating a chain. Something like that. Okay, so that's that was our task.
Thank you so much.
So if you agree,
Hello. Hello. I don't know I don't know how it happened, but I was also in this task number 8.
No, we are room number 7.
You are in room number 7, but we are number 8, and we have also solidarity.
Yeah, because a lot of rooms have the same word.
Okay, so if I could add something for the room number 7, which is Polish, we got a movement which was called solidarność, because the solidarity in Polish is very similar, like solidarity, it's solidarność. And in 80s, thanks of this movement, we got...
This I wrote.
Yes.
Exactly, yes, this I
Yes.
wrote.
So
I come from Sopot, so Gdańsk is near.
And this is the one of the symbol of this is their sign, which based on typography, but very, very humanistic one. So I think it's worth to be added.
Which sign?
The solidarity sign. The
Oh.
solidarność, this movement which
So
began
do you have
that?
Do you have an image of that glyph? Okay, great. Because I
And
don't know. That's what I was
Januszewski,
asking.
they were the designers of this sign, yes, typography sign.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have in
Great.
Gdańsk, we still have the Center of Solidarity and Europe Solidarity, right? On the place
Perfect.
where
I'm not from
it
Europe,
was
but I
there.
will take the notes.
Yeah.
Great.
Like Walesa. That was
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Esatto.
Yes, one of the key of the end of the
Communists.
real socialism. Yes, communist. Okay, next room.
There is another room about the word solidarity, or
Maybe or not.
no, the next is citizenship, rooms 9 and 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Roberta, could you share, please, for me?
Max, excuse me, could you repeat?
Yeah, no, I said to my partner from the group
Okay, excuse
to
me.
share for me.
Okay.
Because we are 9. You said group 9, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you skipped the 8. I think it was Beata, room
Oh,
8, same concept.
Did we skip one?
You see?
Yeah, but they said that we skipped one. Did we skip 8?
No, we didn't, because the 7 and 8, it was the same. It was solidarity, right? Exactly. And the
Yeah.
rooms number 9 and 10, they are citizenships. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
So we didn't skip, no.
Yeah. Yeah, so we had citizenship, and at first we did a little bit of research to know a bit about the etymology and the origin of the word, and we landed on it coming from Latin, obviously, from civitas. That is about a unit that's from a juridic point, territorial, economic, religious, everything from there. And so then we started to look about for definitions about the word, and one that's like from a dictionary standpoint, it says that it's about a condition, like it's about a condition for a person of belonging to a place that now is tied to a place, not from a unit. And then we looked about the European Union definition, and it said about a point and about participating in this citizenship. So it's like about willingly having this citizenship. So then we started brainstorming and trying to do this mood board, and we landed on a dilemma that we couldn't agree in how we each other saw citizenship, because a few of us saw it as a word that its focus is on its place. So, for example, citizenship is about belonging to a place, and some of us were about citizenship is about the quality of someone belonging to that place. So the focus was rather on the person itself. So we started talking about that, and we obviously we have a few words that are participation, belonging, and in this belonging you have some rights and duties. But the main thing is this dilemma we had about, is it about a place, because right now in today's world, it's about citizenship is about being from a place. It's not only from religious point or economic point, it's just a place. And the other point was about it being about the person. So that dilemma we had is what we found interesting. But in simple words, for us, citizenship is about participation, belonging, and your rights and duties.
Okay, but in your mood board comes
Yeah.
out very strong very strong image. This image is the document. I think the document is a focus, because if you have no documents, you have no freedom. So I think we have to reflect about this, if it's right or not right, because when you have a person without documents, you lost everything. So you can move through countries. You lost your freedom. So I think this images of the passport is very strong, and maybe we can reflect on this kind of concept related also to the other keyword such as the freedom.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's nice.
Okay,
Thanks.
it was only as a suggestion. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, I totally agree. I want to add on this, Marcello, that like while for many the ownership of a passport is obviously a positive sign, for many others is pretty traumatic. In fact, I mean, having a passport that doesn't allow you to travel, so that kind of limitation of freedom. So yeah, I think it's very important to consider that.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you are conducted to the jail now as migrants if you are not passport. This is not is not the most beautiful concept of freedom. No passport equal go to the jail.
Perfect. Thank you.
You are welcome.
And listening everybody.
Yes, and now I would like to say something to this subject, citizenships, and we are working with the team Vincente from Chile and Francesca from Palermo. And we have had a very good discussion about citizenship and the values. And I prepare the mood board here, but I don't know, maybe I sent you some maps, yes, one map and two maps. And we discuss about some symbols, and I find the symbols of Palermo. I bought this 2 years ago when I was at Palermo, and this is the real citizens handmade value, Palermo handmade, and this is also the cultural and the symbols of Palermo's region, I think. And it is the difference between the citizenships and nationality. It's not the same. And when you are the citizen, you must feel good, yes. And what does it mean? It means to have rights, the political rights and the civil rights and the social rights. There are different subjects, and of course duties, yes. And some the people forgot about the duties, yes. But the some symbols, and we discuss about the values about history, about nation, about the habits, and how to present the special values. And we discuss, and we have an idea to present this like a 3D object, like a meeting points to point that people can meet together with the point, and to in the near the sculpture point like the big sculpture, and to present to feel good. For example, the USA has a state of liberty, yes, and this is the sign. And maybe we can mix the different values and different countries and create something multicultural, maybe. I don't know, it's the first idea. And it's related when you are the citizen, you feel good, and the good feelings, I think it is the very important in our life to have a good feeling, yes, and to participate to the place, yes, to the place, to the region, and to feel feel together with the place. And this is our idea, yes.
Okay, thank you. Yes, another suggestion could be, for example, not also listing the feelings of belongings, but also listing and focus on the feeling of not belonging. So what's happened when you don't feel, you don't belong to a community, you don't belong to a particular culture, you are not, you haven't this citizenship. So what are these negative feelings? Maybe listing, focusing on also on these negative aspects could be useful to understood better the positive ones.
No, yes, I think at Palermo we can discuss about this subject very deeply, and maybe then in the better time, the longer time, we create something more on this, I think.
Ok, thank you. Cinzia, c'era l'ultimo gruppo, dicevi, scusami.
Last 11 and 12, justice.
Ah, justice, ok.
Justice.
No. In my group, find some word and define some keyword. I need to share my, just a moment. Do you see my presentation? I'm on board?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yes, this is, we find the etymology about justice, and we try find some keyword like legality and law, equality, impartiality, ethic, and maybe the most important, but we need to reflect more about this because it's a very, very, very short time. Maybe the most important can be for us the common good. We found some picture from the history of the paint to synthesize this this word, but we find some definition from the philosopher. Maybe the Jean-Jacques Rousseau definition that she tells justice is an expression of the general will. It is realized when citizens obey the laws they have made for themselves with a view for the common good. Maybe this is a good definition, but in our opinion, not universal. But the focus of the common good is important for us. And another definition by Immanuel Kant is this, but the importance of this sentence: justice is a restriction of each person's freedom to the extent that it is compatible with the freedom of every other person, insofar as this is possible under a universal law. This sentence is important for this relationship between the justice related with the moral, and maybe can be interesting this relationship. But in my opinion, we need to work a little more about this. The next step maybe can be find a definition of justice related not with the anthropocentric vision, because it's important include in this vision the planet, the relation with the nature, and maybe we need or we can find some criteria to find a new definition of justice. But in my opinion, it's a work in progress. Half hour is too much short time for develop this. This is our very, very quickly word. If you have some suggestion, maybe
you,
this
Maria.
good can be the word that can relate it, the focus, anthropic focus, and more integrative definition. I don't know.
Yes, thank you, Maria. It was a very important point that you touched, because I think that's switching from us as human and extend these all concepts and values to a more broader vision, gathering also environments, so nature, and let me say also, in this new era of artificial intelligence, also machine as actors in these big scenarios could be very, very important, and not only focus on us as a human. So just to overcome this, as you said, anthropocentric points of view, anthropocentric approach to our life. Okay, and also regarding to respecting the law, we have, I don't know to translate in Italian, but is another kind of approach to justice is literally translated in English is civil disobedience. I don't know if disobbedienza civile we say it. So I mean that a law could be very, very wrong and justice. So we must not to obey to that law. So not always justice is strictly regarded to the respect of a common law, because something that common could be also be very wrong and injustice, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I try to leave the share, but I don't know how is this. You see my computer?
Yes, we still.
We still, okay.
Yes.
And now?
Yes.
The same.
Yes, the same.
But if the next person tries to share, probably to replace it anyway.
Sorry.
Or maybe you are the last presenting. Okay, done.
Now it's good?
Yeah, now it's good. Thank you.
Okay.
So we reached the end, maybe, of the keywords, values. Abbiamo finito, giusto, Cinzia, con le frasi? Con le parole, scusa?
Credo di sì. I don't know if there is another room about the same word. If with Maria we have ended, I would like to say only two things about how we have listening till now. Enzo Mari, who was a well-known Italian designer, says that design is like a suitcase. And listening all of you, I think that all word we are working about is like a sweet case, and we need time to understand in deep every word. At the same time, if we have start with this work about them, to observe the single word in the future, in the next days, I think that we have to start with to find the relation in between the different words, also to prepare for the next work about the building of an alphabet. Okay.
I'm reading the chat that there is another group about justice.
Okay. And then, excuse me, and then we can start with the after this the last group. We can start with the lesson of Eva and Jan, and then with and after with Martin.
Okay, so Paula wrote in the chat.
Yes, so maybe I can share the screen.
Okay, thank you.
Wait a second. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so we prepared a mood board about justice. So I think the most things were already said. So the one thing different from another group, I think it's our keywords, because we wrote the keywords are fairness, balance, order, duty, and moral rightness. So these are our keywords. Of course, we talked about justice. It's the same as all other words from the Latin. And we also added like something extra. We added like people and profession connected to justice. So of course the Lady Justice, and I think we have a lot of pictures in the mood board of her, for example, here. And she's the like ancient symbol of law and fairness. Also, of course, Nelson Mandela for his fight for equality and human rights in South Africa, and also Martin Luther King Jr., a leader of the 1960s civil rights movement in the USA, nonviolent fight for equality. These are some like associations and some of examples we thought about, and also professions like judge, lawyer, prosecutor, police officer, human rights activities, and what else I can add. Okay, so here you can see our like color scheme for justice. For us, it was red, blue, like brown but connected to wood, and also I would say gold. And we wrote some also interesting keywords. No, not keywords, like okay, so we wrote like stop war. A word fair is also important to us. No justice, no peace. And justice is truth in action. So I think that's all we prepared. So yeah. If someone from my group wants to add anything, can do it now.
Okay, thank you. So you gathered claims. So not justice, no peace, stop war, justice, truth, and action. So claims are also important to give an overall idea about the terms and the value. Okay, thank you. And also, it's important to gathering also characters in the history that support this kind of values. It could be also a useful point of view approach for the other groups to gather also characters, persons is better than characters, person that support this kind of value in the history of Europe, for example. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So group presentation is are ended, and now it's we leave the stage to Eva and Martin. Okay.
Eva, no, before Eva and Jan,
Okay.
and then Martin.
Okay.
So shall we start? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Please.
Can we share?
Yeah, I will share it.
Okay.
So just good afternoon, everyone. Could you please just confirm that you see the screen?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Perfect. So, Elian and Monica, this is my part. Hi, everybody. I'm Eva, and together with Professor Jan Piechota, we are here today representing the Polish-Japanese Academy of Information Technology in Warsaw, a school born from cross-cultural friendship, which is either a beautiful origin story of proof that scientists really do talk to each other at the conferences. We are a non-public, non-profit institution, a living monument to values of freedom and solidarity. In 2011, we launched an international English language program, and in 2016, an Erasmus Plus project called Alien, which, let's be honest, is the best project name in academic history. See? Excuse me for the moment. Yes. So Alien brought together universities from Finland, Scotland, Wales, Greece, and Poland to explore how design thinking can help people from different cultures actually understand each other. Along the way, we discovered something humbling. Biology had figured this out long before us. We are all connected, not metaphorically, but genetically through Luca, the last universal common ancestor. Ancient Persian artists drew it as a wak-wak tree. Modern paleoanthropologists confirm it with DNA. The tree of our life is real, and we are all just leaves on it. So, language and languages. For a very long time, humans were convinced that language was our superpower, the thing that made us truly special. Turns out, not so much. Every species communicates. Bees do it with dance, trees do it with chemicals, electric eels do it with electricity, which frankly sounds like cheating. We are one branch of a very talkative tree. And yet, our human languages are extraordinary from our own point of view. Chomsky says there is an universal grammar buried in all of us, a kind of cognitive factory setting. Daniel Everett spent years in the Amazon and politely disagrees. Laura Spinney searches for the common language beneath them all. And Lucian Roberts argues the most universal language might actually be visual. If I could give you one homework, all of the students today, find Chomsky conversation with Michael Gondry. Yes, the director of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It is one of the most delightfully wired film ever, made about linguistic. Watch it, you will not regret it. Picture language, system of writings. Our school is, in many ways, an experiment in communication across difference, Polish and Japanese, cultures, traditions, writing systems, almost nothing is common. And yet, we understand each other very well. How? To find out, we joined an international research project called Future Text, working with Japanese, European, and American scientists to trace where writing comes from and where it might be going. Two discoveries stood out. First, Genevieve Petzinger, look her up on TED, cataloged over 30,000 years old geometric signs found in the caves across Europe. The same signs everywhere before writing existed. We already shared a visual alphabet. Second, calligrapher Brody Neuenschwander, who has also taught our students, traces the precise moment picture language fractured into the many abstract alphabets we use today. And here's the twist. He also sees us coming back. Emoji, icons, infographics. We are returning 40,000 years later to images. Full circle. The cave painters were onto something. And then 4 names: Gosia Waring, Rudy Bohr, Jonathan Barnbrook, social intervention. Gosia Waring, Rudy Bohr, and Jonathan Barnbrook prove that design at its best is not decoration, it is an argument. And 3 designers were worked with argue very loudly, but beautifully. Jonathan Barnbrook, British typographer, member of Adbusters, made an exhibition called Friendly Fire at the Design Museum in London. He uses the visual grammar of advertising to dismantle advertising. His pictogram system predicted social and political fragilities we are now living through. Looking at his images today feels uncomfortably and prophetic. Gosia Waring invented a visual communication system for a group of traveling friends who shared no common language. In 2015, suddenly, her little system became urgently useful. on European borders between refugees and officers. What began as a creative experiment became the Icon Library, a small, quiet revolution in human dignity. And Rudy Bohr, one of the great designers of our time, who understood early that real design needs real teams. His integral studio brings together designers, social scientists, economists, inspired by Otto Neurath's next lecture.
Eva, excuse me. We are watching the same image. You are always there.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, because we are changing the slides.
Okay.
No, you don't see it.
No, we are on the slide with friendly and the book our word to change.
Ah, that's good. That's good. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All good.
Bauer asks, what if could draw a more just word before we build it? His modular grid, first used in Bonn-Cologne Airport, turns out to be universal visual grammar. Surprise, pictures and letters can live together in peace. You will see in this specimen. And the Civic City integral designers, Navir Avenir is the next part of the story, which will be delivered by Jan. It shows how all of these fragments integrate together and how they work together for the good communication.
Okay, thank you, Eva. Right, so today I will, in the second part of our lecture, I will talk about this specific project called Navir Avenir. That was dedicated to the refugees. So the main partner was the Peru organization. At the very beginning was also Civic City. So with Rudy, a little bit I work, and then obviously the Polish-Japanese Academy of Information Technology. But there were many other partners. We'll talk today mainly about the Welcome Kit as a part of this project. So basically, when you look on the main major refugees routes, so especially our partners from the South Europe, you're familiar with this topic very well, but also Poland as the eastern country of the European Union, faced with this problem of the migration flow. But there are different routes, and we will especially concentrate today on the Mediterranean Sea. Because this project aim was to create a ship, maybe I will skip this slide, to create a ship. Here you can see the visualization to rescue the refugees who are coming to the Europe through the Mediterranean Sea. So as you can imagine, to design and to build a ship, it's a huge investment. So my participation was just a little part of it, but there are many other teams who were engaged in it. Because you have to reinvent like how to design the hospitality, how to design the healthcare on the ship, then some taking care of the children's, about the food. So there are many aspects of how to organize the life on the ship. And there were also organized different events. So here you can see the photos from the Paris. If you're familiar, maybe you recognize it's in a square in the front of the Centre Pompidou, and the floor plan of the ship was painted in the original scale to attract people of this initiative and maybe also get some funds. So when I decided to participate in this project, I received just a short description. So here you can see it. So once the first part was very obvious to me that when it comes to the welcome kit, people are offered some maybe food, blanket, water. Then the second part was very intriguing. So what container, what signs, what messages are exchanged then? And for me, as a visual information designer, it was interesting, like, okay, so what we can do here and how maybe we can help to improve the communication, keeping in mind that there are big differences like between the European languages and the Arabic language. And there sometimes might be lack of understanding in the communication. So maybe there is a potential, but we are not sure at that time, but maybe there is a potential to develop this communication with the help of some visual aspects. So when I offered this work to the students and we start working on it, we first analyze the different welcome kits and what common items are usually offered to the people we need. So we selected the most common, or as we thought, the most universal things, and that's how we created our welcome kit. And there is this part for the visual communication. You can see this dictionary in the right corner at the bottom. But the visual communication is just a part of the way how we can communicate, because we can express what we are keeping in mind through different ways, through our mimic, through the gestures, and we can communicate it very well, even if we don't know the same language. So the problem was like how to overcome the problems of the Babel Tower. I think everyone is familiar with the story for the Bible, so I will not have to explain it. But now, before I will present the development of the project, I would like to back to the two utopian projects that try to solve this problem visually. So the first is the Bliss Symbolic, the program created by Charles Bliss, who invented this system of the signs that should be kind of universal. So here you can see some examples. So it basically consists of like the whole system consists of the series of the signs that visualize the meaning of the given term. And here you can see that an example. So on the first row, you see the wave, so it means water. And probably when you think about the water, you have this conceptualization of the wave. So we are familiar with it. Then the rain, so the arrowhead points downwards because the rain is falling downwards. So this is quite logic and clear when you look at it. But if I will hide the terms and I will just leave the symbols, probably it will be not that obvious. The things are even more complicated, where you have to visualize some more abstract terms. Then we hit the limits of the visualization as a universal language. Is it true that the visual language is the primary according to the written language that was invented later? As even we back thousands years back to the cave, and we'll see those drawings, and they are beautiful. Sometimes we understand it, we try to understand them, but the kind of the master of the abstract letter form is that we can create the words to describe the word and to communicate. So the problem with the Bliss Symbolic is that you really have to learn it just like another language, just like you can learn Italian, you can write the Hebrew or any other. When you look on the Chinese characters, probably for the first time you don't understand them, or the Japanese. So during the process, you can translate this abstraction to the meaningful terms and sentences. Then the next project that I would like to describe was created by the Japanese designer Yukio Ota. It's called LOCO, so the Lovers Communication System. Yukio Ota is famous for this escape sign that probably you can find in every building, public building. It was very well done. That's what is so commonly used. But he's also, not everybody knows that he's also the author of this project. So when it comes to the local system, it looks pretty much similar. So also it has its own logic, like you see, so, will see when it comes to the visualization of the present time, the past tense, and the future tense. We can see that the horizontal line is the present time. Then to visualize the past tense, there is a dot on the line, and the future tense, the horizontal line and a dot, and then the pictogram, which means the C. And obviously, when you look at the eye, probably everyone will understand it, that it looks that it means to see, to watch, to look at something. The heart will means the love. And those kind of symbols are quite universal. And obviously the pictorial language converts, we know for the history, like the hieroglyphs is a perfect example. But at the same time, nowadays, if we would like to create this kind of system, we will quite fast faced with the serious problem when the visual representation is equally abstract, just like the letters. And it's really, I think it's personally, that's my opinion, it's impossible to create a universal pictorial language for everyone. Even if nowadays we use, again, quite often also on the social media or in the UX design, the pictograms to communicate the messages, or not only pictograms, but mainly messages. So in other words, if I will hide the translation that you can see in the left corner, probably you will not able to read this letter, dear Yuko, it was very nice to meet you, and so on. It's pure abstraction. So back to the project Navir Avenir, we started from, we decided to come up with it. We would like to work on the communication through the pictograms to help to develop or improve the communication on boards in emergency situation between the staff on board and the refugees. So we started to categorize all the terms that we thought that we should include. And it was quite a long process. The table was quite, I would say, vast, and I just presenting you just a small part of it. And it was a process of also elimination to absolutely include only the necessary terms and remove everything what we can show through our gestures, mimics, or we can even like quite easily draw. Then we came up with this idea of the communication cards. So it works a little bit like the Pantone color set, if you are familiar with it. So you have the cards connected with the Pine, and you can just easily turn the cards. It's a pocket size thing. And we started working on those pictograms, the pictograms that are inspired by the isotype. But isotype pictograms, even though they are quite universal, but they have kind of this emptiness. And I also really like the Gerd Arndt's works, who was responsible for the graphic design of the pictograms in the isotype system and strongly collaborated with Otto Neurath and his wife, Marie Neurath. But he's also the author of those graphics that are not also operating with the same kind of pictorial system, but they are not that restrict. You know, you can easily compare those pictograms and this graphic. You can see some meanings, some gestures, you know, people not always staying straight. And I really like it. And I thought to implement a little bit of this kind of representation to this kind of emptiness represented by the isotype. So here you can see the example pictograms, those pictograms with the noses. And for us, it was interesting, like how we can create this very consistent pictograms that will visualize all those terms, including like washing machine, the red, or basket with the dirty clothes. In other words, how to organize it in a consistent visual system. So at the end of this process, we selected 5 categories: people, health, things and spaces, food and kitchen, and animals. So here you can see the pictograms that were created. The health, I will talk about the health a little bit more later on. The things and spaces, the most like vast category. Food and kitchen and animals. Okay, and when it comes to the most difficult pictograms is this one. It's the bread. Because if you are living in this part of Europe and you think about the bread, probably you have, like, you think about this kind of bread, right? But the bread may have all the different types of shapes and depends on the culture, even across the Europe. People may have different associations when it comes to the visualization of the bread. And I must say we didn't succeed in this case because it was very challenging to design the universal pictogram for the bread. To me personally, I didn't find a good solution, so I'm not satisfied at all about the final result. But I just would like to also point that even in such a small system of the pictograms that we created, there are some elements that we cannot say that they are universal. So when it comes to the layout, each card convey a pictogram, the Arabic translations, and then 3 European languages, French, English, and German. There is also a possibility to replace them and add different European languages. The reason why we didn't include more is the limits when it comes to the size of the cards. As I said before, we wanted to keep them in a pocket size. And the pictograms in the 2 sizes, some of them are a little bit higher, some of them shorter, but to keep the equal distances between the image and the text was important to us. That creates this consistency. Also, very important element is this empty space at the bottom of the card, because once you are turn the cards, you want to see the translation. So we didn't want to completely hidden this page, the translations at the bottom. That's why we move them up and leave the space at the bottom empty. It plays a very important role. And then we also face another limitations of the visualization, which is the different medical terms. Obviously, we can create a pictogram for paranoia, psychosis, and so on. But we ask ourselves, if those pictograms will be enough communicable, if there's any need to add them, or maybe just leave the translation. And that's finally what we decided to do. So that's another limitation when it comes to the universal pictogram representation, that sometimes you have the skills to design the pictograms, but on the other hand, you have to always be very critical to your work and think if it will be understandable for the others. And that's basically, as you can see, how the layout works when it comes to the different pictograms. So each part is started with the black card, so it's easily to find it from the set of the other cards. Because they're on the black background. So when you think about the searching the proper card, that's something that can allow you to first find the category and then later search for the given pictogram. And then there is this ship, Ocean Viking, that is operating on the Mediterranean Sea. It belongs to the organization SOS Mediterranean. So we send them the prototype for testing. This one has many mistakes. So now we are in the productions of the second prototype. So I hope I will be able to bring some of them to our workshops in Palermo. And that's all from my side. Thank you very much. Eva, would you like to add something?
No.
Okay, so thank you.
No, thank you. I hope we will be useful.
Well, I have to stop sharing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Really interesting.
Thank you.
Many suggestions for all of us. And listening you, I remember many things. But we will have time to share our knowledge, and I'm sure, and I think that this is an opportunity not only enrichment for our students, but for all of us. And I'm really proud and grateful to all of us. Sure. And
thank you.
Thank you very much. And we have Now, this is the time of Martin.
Thank you, Cinzia. I will do it very, very short, very, very quick, and it might be a teaser for the meeting in Palermo. And also because I have the feeling that anyone in this room is a professional with Otto Neurath and very familiar with the isotype pictorial language. So coming back to the exhibition we had in Vienna some weeks ago, I just would like to hint on two aspects of Otto Neurath and his team of the Gesellschafts- und Wirtschaftsmuseum, which might have an impact on the Beacon project. And the one aspect I would like to highlight is Otto Neurath. He never called himself an ambassador of happiness, and he never had the term of happiness in all his writings and books and articles. But when you do a summary of all his works, then you might call him an ambassador of happiness. And this is the happy man. Maybe the same shape of Altiero Spinelli. Maybe Rodrigo, Daniela, or Marcello will have the same shape. I have no idea, but it's quite a typical, and it was a very funny man. And that might be the most outstanding characteristic of him. And it's not only about the isotype development, but, and this might be the same background as we see in our Europe situation or the global situation of today. He had a lot of low points in his life. And just to see the low points of and the real tragic situations. In 1911, his first wife, Anna Shapira, died when she was giving birth to his only one son. In 1919, he was imprisoned for 18 months for high treason in Bavaria. In 1934, the fascists in Austria burned down his entire collection and his museum. So he really started again from the scratch. In 1934, he also had to flee into the exile to Den Haag. In 1937, his second wife, Olga Hahn, died. And in 1940, he had to escape to England. And in England, he had to stay for 8 months in an internment camp. So overall, it was not really a happy life. So quite bad conditions. And nevertheless, he has his enormous capacity of resilience to recover and to start again. So if we call Otto Neurath, that's too much, as an ambassador, so it's not a kind of happiness as a mood, but it's a happiness as a public project. And a set of capabilities to understand, to participate, and to be part of it. And maybe this is also a never expressed underline of the Beacon project, that these 6 terms which had been selected, which are so serious, at the very end, they will contribute to the happiness of the citizens. And the second point of Otto Neurath again, is the idea of his museums. In a basic layout, a museum starts, you have a wonderful building, like we have seen the Centre Pompidou. You have an outstanding original collection, then to develop the content, and at the very end, you start with the education. Otto Neurath and his team, they did it upside down. They said we first start with the content. Second, we immediately develop the educational concept. And then we look for a place, and then we figure and put together the collection. And this might be the part of dissemination of the Beacon project. We also might learn and make a copy-paste, perhaps, of Otto Neurath, because it gives us the possibility not to deal with originals, but to really disseminate parallel to many places, to many communities, to many citizens immediately, because speed is always a factor when we go for education. And here's just this example also, is that whatever we need, who will enjoy love, society, the everyday, the personal life. If we would like to have an impact on that, we need to have an impact on society. And this society is the happiness of human mankind. And this happiness is always dependent of what we do, not as an individual, but what we do as the society. And for that, this is an artwork of Wilfried Gerstl showing Otto Neurath in Greece, in Athens. And he said he was a fighter for happiness. And maybe this is also a kind of attitude, a mission, once we have our language of our values, that it might end up in happiness. And more to see and more to experience, we will do together of happiness in Palermo. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Martin. Very short, but we listen you in the next time in Palermo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Some question? Do you have something to ask to Eva, Jan, or Martin about? No? We are too tired.
All happy.
Sure happy, but I think also a little tired is possible. Elia, are you coming?
Yep, yeah.
Okay. We are. I don't know the English word for staffetta, but Elia could translate this word, another word for today.
Yeah, I mean, passing the baton from from one another. Thank you everybody for joining today. We will see you again on Wednesday. For that day, we have a few more sessions scheduled, as well as another parallel design session for the groups to continue working together. And in the meanwhile, if you have any question or if you need any special accommodation for our second session, please do not hesitate to reach out. The session has been recorded and the recording will be shared with all of the participants. So in case you have missed a portion of it, you can rewatch it, or we can use it as a preliminary work for our phase, for our in-person phase in Palermo. Once again, thanks everybody, and enjoy the rest of your day, evening, depending on where you are in the world.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank
you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.